Emotional neglect is one of the most invisible forms of emotional pain because it is often defined not by what happened, but by what never happened. It is the absence of comfort when you needed reassurance, the lack of encouragement when you doubted yourself, the silence when your feelings deserved to be heard, and the emptiness left behind when your emotional needs were repeatedly overlooked. Unlike obvious conflict or betrayal, emotional neglect leaves no clear memory of a single painful event. Instead, it slowly shapes the way you see yourself, teaching you to believe that your emotions are unimportant, your needs are too much, or your struggles should always be faced alone. A person who has experienced emotional neglect may find it difficult to identify or express their feelings because they were never taught that their emotions mattered. They often become independent long before they are emotionally ready, believing that asking for help is a sign of weakness or that relying on others will only lead to disappointment. Compliments may feel uncomfortable, affection may seem unfamiliar, and accepting love can become surprisingly difficult because deep down they question whether they truly deserve it. They may constantly put other people's needs before their own, struggle to set healthy boundaries, or feel strangely empty even when life appears successful on the outside. Relationships often become confusing because they crave emotional closeness while quietly fearing it at the same time. The greatest tragedy of emotional neglect is that it convinces a person they have nothing to heal from simply because they cannot point to one obvious wound. Yet the absence of emotional care can shape a life just as deeply as painful experiences can. Recognizing these signs is not about blaming parents, caregivers, or anyone else, because emotional neglect can happen for many complex reasons. It is about understanding how those experiences may continue influencing your thoughts, relationships, and self-worth today. Healing begins the moment you give yourself permission to acknowledge emotions you were once taught to ignore. The more you learn to listen to your own feelings with compassion instead of judgment, the more you rebuild the emotional connection that was missing for so long. You deserve relationships where your voice is heard, your feelings are respected, and your heart is valued. Because emotional nourishment is not a luxury, it is one of the foundations of a healthy and meaningful life.